Heavenly Father, we thank you for the interest in scouting movement that has brought this group together. We're grateful for the influence that Troop 400 has had over these past years of continuous service in the lives of young men in our community. We thank you for bringing us together as a family of scouts, gathered to celebrate the accomplishments of Alex Bensman in attaining the rank of Eagle. We ask that you would bless him, his family, scouts, leaders, and guests who have assembled here today. We thank you for hearing our prayers tonight, for we offer it in the name of our Creator, our God. Amen. Amen.
Color guard, advance. Colors, halt. Host colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Young salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, retreat.
You may be seated. We'd now like to call Troop 400 Assistant Scoutmaster David Day as a representative of the Boy Scouts of America, coastal member of our council, to officially convene this court of honor.
By the power vested in me by the National Council of Boy Scouts of America, I declare this court of honor to be duly convened for the sole purpose of presenting the Eagle Scout Award to Alexander William Bensman.
Thanks, David. To earn the highest rank in scouting, a scout must spend a great deal of time and effort, as you can imagine. Therefore, the occasion that recognizes his accomplishments should be memorable. Tonight, we shall follow the lighting of the Eagle Trail as we recognize the accomplishments of Alex Bensman. When a boy becomes a scout, there is within him something that we call the spirit of scouting. Because the spirit of scouting embodies the principles of the scout oath and the scout law, it becomes a shining beacon of inspiration. Alone, this light may seem feeble, but when multiplied by more than 3.5 million boys in scouting around the world, it's very powerful indeed. After a boy enters scouting, the scout law that he promises to obey begins to guide his life. Using the flame from the spirit of scouting, we shall light the symbols for each part of the scout law. There are 12 parts. Each is an important foundation in the building of strong character. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Eagle Scouts, Jacob Mabry and Philip Martinez.
A scout is trustworthy.
A scout tells the truth. He's honest, and he keeps his promises. People can depend on him.
A scout is loyal.
A scout is true to his family, friends, scout leaders, school, and nation.
A scout is helpful.
A scout cares about other people. He willingly volunteers to help others without expecting payment or reward.
A scout is friendly.
A scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other scouts. He offers his friendship to people of all races and nations and respects them even if their beliefs and customs are different from his own.
A scout is courteous.
A scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that using good manners makes it easier for people to get along.
A scout is kind.
A scout knows there is a strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. Without good reason, he does not harm or kill any living thing.
A scout is obedient.
A scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these rules and laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobeying them.
A scout is cheerful.
A scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way. He tries to make others happy.
A scout is thrifty.
A scout works to pay his own way and to help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property.
A
Scout is brave.
A scout can face danger although he is afraid. He has the courage to stand for what he thinks is right, even if others laugh at him or threaten him.
Scout is clean.
A scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He chooses the company of those who live by high standards. He helps keep his home and community clean.
Scout is reverent.
A scout is reverent toward God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the beliefs of others.
Duty to God and country.
Your family and religious leaders teach you to know and serve God. By following these techniques, you do your duty to God. Men and women of the past worked to make America great, and many gave their lives for their country. By being a good family member and a good citizen, by working for your country's good and obeying its laws, you do your duty to your country. Obeying the Scout law means living by its 12 points.
Duty to other people.
Many people need help. A cheery smile and a helping hand make life easier for others. By doing a good turn daily and helping when you're needed, you prove yourself a scout and do your part to make this a better world.
Duty to self.
Keeping yourself physically strong means taking care of your body. Eat the right foods and build your strength. Staying mentally awake means learn all you can. Be curious and ask questions. Being morally straight means to live your life with honesty, to be clean in your speech and actions, and to be a person with strong character.
Good afternoon. It's my honor to read the legend of Eagle Mountain, his story of an Eagle Scout. Early one morning, a young boy stood at a trailhead. Before him rose a mighty mountain, which seemed all the mightier when compared with his smallness, and indeed he was small. A trailhead led up to the mountain and then up it into incredible heights before vanishing into the clouds. On this trail, the boy could see other boys and young men, some of whom have turned and beckoned him to follow. The boy began to climb, refusing perhaps to believe that he could ever reach the top. At first the trail rose gently, and the boy had many companions. But soon he began to sweat and breathe heavily, and many of his companions turned away. And still the boy climbed. At times he climbed quickly, at times he climbed slowly, at times he had to go down a little way to find another path, or stop a while to catch his breath. But still he climbed. The trail became steeper, the air thinner, but the climber scarcely noticed, for he had along the way become stronger of body and harder of spirit. And still he climbed. And finally, in the cool peace of the evening time, he stood alone at the top of the world and looked around him. To the left, he saw a fiery golden sunset. To the right, he saw a diamond-studded, silky black night sky. Behind him, he saw the trail that he had followed, and the hikers who were following in his footsteps. And in front of him, he saw another mountain, and another, and a whole procession of mountains marching off to the horizon. But the young man, for now he was a man, knew that none of these other mountains were insurmountable, that all and would be climbed. For he had learned many skills in the climbing of the first mountain, and he would carry those skills with him long after this mountain was forgotten. And besides, he could begin climbing the next mountain tomorrow. Tonight, he would rest and celebrate and ponder the journey that he had completed. And so tonight, we pause to rest and celebrate and honor this fine young gentleman, Eagle Scout Alex Bensman, as he stands on top of the world.
So while climbing. It's now time for the highlight of our program, the presentation of the Eagle Scout Award. I'd like to ask Troop 400 former Scoutmaster Brad Thompson to come forward at this time.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming out this afternoon to celebrate this occasion and the achievement of Alex's. First of all, I'd like to begin by saying I'm glad I could be here. It's great to see all these familiar faces out here. It's hard to believe that Friday I finished my 5th week of my new job up at Honda. It's been that long. It's been a whirlwind of a month and a bit, I guess. As some of you know, the moving truck pulled out yesterday. I flew back in last night, spent today steam cleaning carpets, transferring bank accounts, taking cable boxes back to Comcast. Don't think the lady at Comcast was too pleased when she asked where the remotes were, and I said, well, I think they're probably in a box somewhere on I-95 right now, but she'll get over it. Would like to apologize ahead of time too. My wife is still at home trying to get the house cleaned up and the fridge cleared out. apparently they packed up all our coolers as well. So I'm gonna have to get back there as soon as I can to help her out. But enough about me. This occasion is about Alex and his great achievement that he has earned. At this time, I would like the honor guard to please escort Alex forward. Alex, when you become an Eagle Scout, you gain more than a pretty medal to wear. You gain some important responsibilities. At this time, I would like to outline some of these responsibilities for you. Becoming an Eagle Scout is a great accomplishment. Being an Eagle Scout is a great responsibility. As an Eagle, the Scout oath and law should take on new meaning for you. The motto and the slogan take on new urgency. As an Eagle, your first obligation is to live with honor. You are a marked man now, a leader for good or ill. People will follow your example you set. Give up anything before you give up your own reputation, good name. As Shakespeare said, mine honor is my life, both growing one. Take honor from me, and my life is done. Your second obligation, Alex, as an Eagle Scout, is to be loyal. As a follower, you promise to be loyal to those above you. Now as a leader, you must be loyal to those below you, treating them as you would want to be treated. And you must also be loyal to your ideals, not letting others sway you from your course. Your third obligation, Alex, as an Eagle Scout, is to be courageous. Stepping into your new role as leader, you will face many challenges and obstacles. A ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are for. You must have great courage to do what is right, whatever other people say or do. Your fourth obligation is to serve others. For a leader is above all a servant. Let the practice of a daily good turn become a lifetime of service, for only in giving of yourself do you give anything of value. Your final obligation as an Eagle Scout is to have vision. As a leader, you must now blaze your own trail. Just as a bald eagle soaring high above the ground can look down far into the distance, you too must be able to look far into the future. Many people will follow you. Only with vision will you lead them in the right direction. These then are your obligations as an Eagle Scout: honor, loyalty, courage, service, and vision. By meeting these obligations, you can lead your troop, your community, and your nation forward towards a better tomorrow. I now call upon Eagle Scout David Day to administer the Eagle Charge.
Alex, many times over the last few years, you have joined with your fellow scouts in repeating the Scout Oath. Now you will stand and repeat a new oath, the Eagle Scout Promise. Though the words that you say are similar to those you have said many, many times before, this afternoon they will mean more to you than they ever have. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you'll be sealing your oath with the words that close the Declaration of Independence. I would now like to ask all Eagle Scouts to please stand and rededicate themselves by repeating the Eagle Scout Promise with our new Eagle Scout. Please make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I reaffirm my allegiance.
I reaffirm my allegiance
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
to the three promises of the Scout Oath.
I thoughtfully recognize, take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example, my rank and my influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
2. Please be seated.
We've heard a lot tonight about what it takes to be an Eagle Scout. Now Alan and I would like to share with you a little bit about our honorees experiences. In the 10 years that I've had the pleasure of serving as Scoutmaster for Troop 400, I've stood up here about over 30 times honoring Eagle Scouts. You get to learn that boys are boys. Some of them are just a little bit better at flying under the radar and keeping things quiet. Alex was one of those boys. I'm sure he got into just as much mischief as all the other boys, messed up things a little bit more, but at least he was able to keep it from the Scoutmaster. That's why Alex is up here. I would say though, Alex, you do deserve this. You've worked hard. I ask everybody to refer to the inside of the program here. You will find that beyond earning the ranks that he obviously needed, he's earned 24 merit badges, the Arrow of Light, the 50-mile award, the Duty to God award. He's a member of the OA and has become a Brotherhood member. Leadership is an integral part of becoming an Eagle Scout. He has served as Assistant Patrol Leader 3 times, Den Chief, Librarian, Patrol Leader 2 times, and become the OA representative as well. He's attended summer camps here in Georgia, of course our old summer camp at Camp Blue Heron, and has served as staff at the new camp at Black Creek. He's attended camps in Goshen, which is in Virginia, Buck Toms in Tennessee, and Old Indian in South Carolina. I think he'll probably say that the highlight of his career, or his scouting career so far, has probably been his trip to New Mexico, where he did a 60-mile hike through the New Mexican mountains at the Philmont Scout Ranch. Above all, through all the camping trips, all the troop meetings, all the patrol times, Alex has always been one you can count on to be there, do the right thing. I'm sure there was times when he was not doing the right thing, but like I said, he's very good at getting it covered up. But my last memory of Alex will be the smile on the faces of the people in his board review when I went back in there. They always take the boys in there and grill them for an hour and 15 minutes and stuff, and then send them out in the hall and have them sort of sweat it out a little bit, where they call me in to sort of complain about, all the things he did wrong. I walked in there and said, okay, how did he do? And they all just said, awesome, excellent, you are a deserving candidate. With that, Alan, I think you've got a couple of things you'd like to fill in.
Just one thing, you mentioned he went to Camp Goshen. I had the privilege of going to Camp Goshen and served as scoutmaster. I had some assistant scoutmasters, one being Rick Bensman. We were in the camp after a whirlwind morning of activities. The boys were working on merit badges. I think it may have been just after lunch. All I remember is that Rick was in the scoutmaster position in his cot taking a nap. And Alex came back through the camp and he was kind of dragging, so he was bugging. Alex is one of these guys who, when he wants something done, he'll go bug you to get it done. I need to work on this. Will you help me? I need to work on that. Will you help me? He was very driven, very driven. And so I said, sure, Alex, I'll help you. He wanted to do something about compass work. And I said, great. So I reached in the bag and pulled out a compass, and I didn't know at the time the compass didn't read north. As north, it read north and south is north. And so I realized that, and I said, oh, this ought to be fun. So, knowing Alex, as serious as he is, I told Alex to give me a 90-degree heading and walk to the 90 degrees. 90 degrees, 0 minutes, go that direction. He dutifully walked to the west, 270 degrees. He kept on walking. I said, Alex, are you sure that's 90 degrees? The sun was, you can see the sun was past midday. He was going down. I said, son, look, it's going down. And that would be west, right? And Alex was... And I said, all right, give me go 270, try that one. So he went east. And I said, Alex, wait a minute. The sun sets in the west, that's 270. About this time, Rick was waking up. And so he called the last half of it. He wasn't saying he was enjoying it. But long story short, Alex finally realized after a while the compass wasn't a rigged compass. It was kind of a joke compass, but he figured it out. And in his typical mild manner of behavior, he said, that was pretty good, Mr. Garrett. So that was my little joke. It's just such a great kid. It's fun to be around these boys. At this time, I'd like to ask Phil Corbin to please come up to the podium.
All right.
Eagle candidate, Alex Bensman, you are to be congratulated for reaching the highest peak of the Eagle Trail. Your diligence and hard work have paid off. You have made Troop 400 very proud. May the quality that inspired you to achievement continue to lead you to even greater success in your life. As an Eagle Scout, the eyes of all scouting, yes, the eyes of the whole world will be upon you. The tradition of Eagle Scout are high. May you live up to those traditions, always guided by the spirit of scouting, represented by this blazing candle before you. The Eagle badge that you are about to receive is symbolic of this spirit of scouting. At this time, will the honor guard please escort the candidate's parents